Howdy, everybody, and welcome to an edition of the Wrestling Legends Chapter 3. I, of course, am kind of beloved overlord, real guy, throwing the idea between see if I'm joined by the Flamin' Boy 5, Flutter Guy 98.
Coding! Oh, jiste.
Our Spirit King Hiiro.
who is very much excited for the end of this module, because as much as I love Kai, the next one's going to be even better.
Oh yeah, he's been raving on and on about this character. Of his I'm not going to say what it is to our audience. I'm just telling them that.
Well, they're gonna see what it is if they see the chat.
Yeah, it's the honey badger hunter. Is what it's gonna
be. This is the honey badger. Watch it run in slow motion. It's pretty badass. Look. Whoa, watch out, says that bird.
Hold on,
Ew, it's got a snake. Oh, it's chasing a jackal. Oh my gosh. Oh, the honey badgers are just crazy. The honey badger has been referred to by the Guinness Book of World Records as the most
hold on, I'm trying to get it.
all of the animal kingdom.
Look at it.
No, let it play.
Your own time.
It's way funnier to watch it on your own time. But let's continue.
Rails, damn it.
Alright. Crimson fights Crimson.
Who is here, by the way? He's just...
Yeah. He's just muted because he's dealing with a asshole brother.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it. Anyway.
Oh no, Scott, did you get attacked by Xana?
He'll be there.
Anyway.
And finally, our icon podcast, Mr. Sentaifan.
Who's ready to try something dangerous.
Does it involve zombies?
No.
And we are, our last but certainly not least, joined by our wonderful DM, Markus.
Hello, folks. After a couple weeks, let's get to it. We're gonna hopefully.
No.
I for some reason I was thinking we were further along on this fight. We might get through tonight. Depends how quickly one side or the other gets dispatched. But I'm ready to go, and I believe we're at the top of the
it's
turn order. So I believe it is Cairo's thing. At this point, the thing I did note was there is one person still invisible, and that is Gears.
Yes.
So
we had to make sure to remember that from last week, because last time we played.
Right. All right. So Cairo, what you gonna do?
Right. Well, I might as well just continue my little bit of a plan, because he's not gonna get it. I don't know how fast they move, but I'm pretty sure he won't get to me much before next round, I'd assume, unless he dashes.
Which one?
The one that's closer to me. The one's on the same level as me right now. AKA. Unless his movement is fast enough to catch up to me, which that's still fine. I can still do this just fine, the same way.
See, he's got 25 feet here, and then another. No, he probably wouldn't be able to reach you walking straight. No.
That's what I'm saying. Unless he dashed, or unless he.
Yep, he could probably get to you dashing, but that would be about it.
All right. Well,
so,
I might as well keep.
Attack the carriage.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm attacking the same wheel that I was doing earlier. So here we go.
The Karen.
Hold on a second. DM was not. I was prepared earlier, and then I realized I'd closed it. So give me a moment to get my.
I'm kind of glad that. I'm kind of glad if that did miss, that it did, because look at the damage.
Wow.
Yeah. I can't escape that number.
It's another Eldritch Boop.
Basically, Hiiro, it's only just natural. Get it? One.
When it rolls low on damage, I'm kind of glad when it misses, because then if it does, then I don't really have to worry about it.
I heard your damage joke.
Yeah.
That's a lot of damage.
All right. So
I'm pretty sure with natural AC of objects, I definitely don't hit that thing.
You are correct.
So I'll just go ahead and do the second one. While...
So really, it's a hit, and it could be a hit that just doesn't hit well enough to damage it. But yes, that is not a hitting the AC that you would like to.
Effectively, just kind of like maybe just banks off or something that hits the floor, maybe.
Right.
But yeah, here comes the second one.
And that is a hit.
That's better.
I
don't even know how much HP we all technically had left. It'll probably take maybe one more.
Okay. That hit actually sends Chief Guh falling forward to the floor in front of the cart. The cartwheel being damaged, she falls towards the front, and in doing so, letting out a gigantic kind of wail is God. You see a goblin that was stuck underneath her rolls of fat. She was basically kind of sitting on him. Yeah.
Real quick. I have a perfect clip that could be used in this situation here.
He was stuck in the folds of her fat.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Oh! Wow.
So he tumbles out behind her out of the cart and is like gasping for air.
I imagine he might just leave because he's thankful at this point.
And she is effectively what you would consider, even though she was not motion, she was effectively prone at this point.
Now it's more official more than anything.
Yeah, she is basically fallen off the cart.
And
she has fallen off the cart and she can't get up.
I'm saying this only because it's maybe true. I may or may not have just painted a big red target on Kai's back at this point because of that.
Well, here's the thing: they're gonna want to tend to their boss first.
So.
I mean, yeah, true, but still.
All right. So what is left here? We have.
I don't think I can do any. I think that's all I can do. Yeah, no, that's really all I can do this turn. Besides potentially preparing something, but I can't prepare anything that's already attacked. So.
Looking at the board correctly,
is that
the one up on the ledge at the bottom here, and not the one that's.
The one.
That goblin's different. He's not considering one of the.
Oh, okay.
The guarding ones.
Yeah, he was the oh dear God help!
Oh Lord! So he's gonna shoot at I suppose who's closest? Nyx, I guess. Short bow. 6 is a miss.
Damn, that's just terrible.
And now it is Nyx's turn. You are still bardically inspired.
Yeah.
And he's also still muted.
Yeah, because he's still dealing with his brother.
And he's still not in the game.
Oh, that's
wait, what? Oh crap! Yeah, that's right. He said he was having trouble. It was a Microsoft update.
Wait.
No, I think it was because of something else. It's because
No. He said so himself. Look.
He'll be online soon.
Okay.
At worst, I can just take it for now and then I can just take him for now until he actually gets in the game. Because obviously we know he's here, so it's not really that big a thing to have to take him for now. Damn, we really killed him.
Let's see if he has what he wishes to do. And what's close? Let's see what's close enough to him for him to do anything. He's got a 40-foot, one at 40 feet. So.
Yeah. That's going to be the only.
right, he'll need to. Hold on. I'm about to give him something. So, what's the? You have a sheet up, don't you? You have a sheet, don't you? There. Do you have a hero? Do you have a sheet? Available to you?
Let me see.
I can look. I need to see what the hand crossbow range is.
I don't have a hand crossbow on me though, but I do have a light crossbow.
Hold on. Let me show. I'll do this. Hold up. Little help there for him. He could move the
Yeah, just
30 feet. All right, so.
Okay.
1, 20, 30.
Obviously, for us, we just ignore the HP numbers because obviously, yeah.
And yeah, so I'll make the roll for him with the hand crossbow.
I mean, the goblin HP we knew was.
Yep, that's a hit.
Yeah, and,
We're 7 points. There's no sneak on that.
which I'm pretty sure their HP. Don't we know their HP at this point? Like if so, we could use the number on there.
It hits the goblin and the goblin dies.
Yeah, I was about to say. So I was pretty sure we knew the goblin HP at this point because they're so like we've been dispatching them left and right as of late.
So moved you 30 feet within the 30 feet range. Hit the goblin died. What would you like to do potentially next?
Yeah. It is the only part that sucks a little bit is we have to do it this way. I mean, at this point, like, small suggestion. At this point, like, anyone who's at least soon enough, we're gonna want to jump down and obviously help go down there with once Gears turns like once he becomes visible again. Unless there's something else we need to do up here, most of us are gonna want to jump down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What's he want to do?
Dash and jump down on the barrel. Okay, so he can do that.
I would assume it's the closest barrel, if anything.
That would be still. We said it was 20 feet, right?
I mean,
so
yeah.
That would be a 10 feet. So that's gonna be 1d6 fall damage.
I mean, that's not terrible. And I can always get later into the fight. I can always help him with a little bit of healing because I have
3 points of fall damage onto the barrel. We'll call that because the barrels are big. These are big kegs actually. That would be the size of like for hill giants and stuff. Okay, you're good. Thank you, Nix. You're in good shape.
All right.
Hill giants turn.
All the hill giants.
Okay.
All the hill giants.
All 4 of them?
Okay, the hill giant down here is going to start moving forward to see if they can help. I think help.
Which one? 'Cause I didn't see
The bottom one. So here's the deal. He's gonna. He does not know this, but he is moving out of your head.
Oh yeah. Wait,
Do you wish to take a second of opportunity?
I would hope so.
35,
I mean,
40,
you can if you want
40,
to.
45. He can make it to her to help her, but
I will.
take your attack. That will make you visible, but you can take your attack.
Yeah, remember though, he's not gonna. You're not gonna.
Means a free
kill him,
hit.
too. True, yeah, it does mean a free hit. Yeah,
It absolutely means that.
it doesn't mean though that obviously he's not gonna die, so it's just free damage onto him. So that's better than nothing.
And I missed.
I mean,
And
Wait,
actually,
hold on.
oh wait,
Inspiration.
hold on.
yep, you can reroll with inspiration.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure that doesn't add a roll to it. I think it's like a D8, maybe a D10.
Come on, baby.
No, I've let you use inspiration up to reroll an attack.
Oh, okay.
That is
There we
a
go.
hit.
Yeah!
There we
Actually,
go.
That is more than just a hit because.
Oh, he's dead?
Oh,
Nope.
No.
All right, yes! Sentinel, baby! Sentinel!
Starts moving and his attack speed drops to 0 because of Sentinel. And 12 points of damage. You're invisible. He absolutely knows you are there.
Yeah.
But his speed is 0. However, his action now is that he can attack you.
Yeah. Now he's going to go for the attack. So.
Bring it on, Fatso!
So he is going to make 2 great club attacks at Gears. That is a miss.
Miss!
Wow.
Oh no!
Wait,
his
no.
AC, no, his AC is like 20.
Remember, his AC's stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Also, this is what what Gears says as when he reveals himself out to the Hell Giant.
Hello there.
Hello there. Right, I did remove your inspiration off your sheet because you used it. So
Thank
but
you.
Good use of inspiration. Stop
That's
him
actually a
from
really good point. Yeah.
going anywhere. Actually, very
Yeah.
good. Okay.
Where do you think you're going?
The other hill giant is.
I'm assuming
Going
they're gonna, if anything, gonna go try to help her.
This one's gonna grab some of the debris laying around, and
Oh,
he's
boy.
going to throw a rock, the equivalent of at actually he's gonna throw it right here at the thing, trying to bust the trying
He
to
knows he's in the game.
to hit, trying to basically see if he could trap you. So we're gonna go similar like AC and
Yeah.
but a little higher damage than what we used for the cart
For
thing.
what I did.
That is a hit, and that definitely smashes the crap out of. So this part of the walkway right here, I'm gonna draw it. It tumbles to the earth. You may
Okay.
not go that
Okay.
direction. He has smashed it
Well,
with a rock.
Well, remember, I could go that direction. Just I'd have to use something.
He
to know
doesn't
that.
know that. He's not a smart
know.
boy.
I know he's not smart enough to know that, but I'm just saying, like, I know I could, but like he doesn't know I can't. He doesn't know that I could if I wanted to.
This one is going to dash towards
Gonna try and help her out.
the chiefess.
basically.
He gets to about here with that.
Also, he'd be like,
There you go.
I threw a rock at him!
Let's
the
see.
big
It was a
rock.
big rock.
This boyo is going to, I think, just go help his buddy, or try to. Multi-attack on the paladin that became visible.
Oh yeah.
Miss.
Wait,
Ooh, yes.
wait, does that,
The two great.
No, nope, still nothing.
No, they both missed. This is
Wow.
Yep.
This
Angus,
is almost unfair.
hanging out near the ogres.
You
Yep.
might want to
You
try
think-
to at least take out the one there.
That's what I'm gonna work on.
You think it's unfair now?
Alright, I'm gonna hit. So I'm gonna introduce him to my Blade of Fury.
Of course.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
definite hit.
It's
And I'm
16.
I'm assuming if raging still, if anything.
Yep.
obviously.
No,
Yeah.
Yep, been attacking each turn, so that is 16 points, correct?
Right,
And here
here
comes
comes
the
another
second
one.
Oh boy. Oh my god.
Does another
30
14.
damage.
Hmm.
Oh my god.
That is a
That's a hefty chunk
an
of damage.
effective attack. Yeah, I would think. Yeah.
Thank you.
Gears.
Well,
oh yes.
well, I would work on the one you've been damaging, if anything.
Yeah. I was gonna say. I think I'll hit the one that I've been damaging. So
Which is the one above. Which is
yeah,
the
let's
one-
go. Let's go with that.
I'll be
And-
right back.
And
Alright,
spike.
It's a hit.
Oh my god.
And again.
You might. I mean, actually, wait. They have low AC.
That's a
don't
hit
they?
too.
Yeah, I forgot they have.
Ah!
I keep forgetting. I don't know why I keep thinking they have better. They have armor at all. I literally don't know why.
Nope. It is it's natural armor basically.
Which I think isn't natural armor like close
Natural
to
armor is
50?
like their armor is natural. I don't know what the
No, I'm trying to
calculation.
remember what the AC number. I think it's close to 15, maybe. I don't remember, but it doesn't really matter because we know it hits. So
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you wish to do?
No, I believe that.
if anything, you should probably start preparing some potentially smite stuff.
Oh, good idea. Then actually, let me see here.
You could
How many
bonus
spell-
action prepare a smite if you have spell slots for it.
Yeah,
let me
which
see
we
here.
should. Because
Do
I
I?
don't think we use any
Yes,
smite
I
spells.
do. I still have some. Let's see here.
We still
Thunderous.
have, it doesn't. For the smite, it doesn't really matter which one. It's just pick one. Honestly, just a random
Yeah.
one.
I think
So-
Thunderous works since it
Yeah.
Sure.
since it will deliver knockback. So we'll start preparing
Yeah.
that one.
Sure.
Of course.
So you got using your bonus action to ready a thunderous smite.
And that takes
Remember, if you do it now for the next hit, you could also do one as your bonus action before your attack next turn, and
Yeah.
both smites would go off.
Yes.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do that. That's a good thing that you can do.
All right.
Let me move my phone.
All right. That's it, and it is Rex's turn.
Okay, I am going to get off of the ledge.
Are you gonna try to
remember
jump
it.
down? Are you gonna try to jump down on the
I would
keg?
say jump on the
Mm.
keg too. 'Cause it's
That's only
1d6 damage.
10. That's only 10 feet down to the keg, but it
Yeah.
would be another.
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah, it's 1d6, which isn't too bad.
5, 10, 15, so that's about 25 of your movement.
All right.
And you can start taking I think some pot shots with the bow potentially for the time being.
That's exactly what I'm about to do. At the hill giant that's on the table.
The ogre on the table. This
Oh,
guy.
that's an
the
ogre.
ogre on the table, right? Yeah.
That's
Yep.
an ogre. Remember, that's
Hit
an
him
ogre.
up.
Oh!
Which,
Mm,
That is this is a very good teaching moment that we should probably be focusing on certain enemies right now. Focus on the hill
Yes.
giants.
What are you on right now?
Also-
So, do you want me-
Yeah.
should I tell you guys? Should I tell you if that's a success or failure?
No, we can.
I'm pretty sure. I don't think he have anything Flutter that can do a reroll. Can you?
I didn't know if he had
Or at least
any.
anything? I don't think he does. Not that I remember.
I'm
Didn't
pretty
know if he
sure.
had. All right, very good. That's fine. I didn't know if you had inspiration or not, but that was obviously a.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we knew that was.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know I could do that.
obviously, yes.
Hold on.
What is it?
Sorry, I accidentally clicked something. But I didn't realize I could do that. That's a critical
No,
hit.
but
Don't get that. I just accidentally clicked something. But I can actually click on the card, which I didn't realize I could do it.
Huh.
Cool.
But at
So,
the same
critical
time, we should
fail.
probably try to focus on
And
let's try to focus on that hill.
The fail is going to be for a ranged attack. Your target taunts you. He says, "Silly, stupid elf, and your little toothpicks that you're flinging at me like a little baby man." Make a DC 14 Wisdom save, or you'll have disadvantage against this target next turn, or he will taunt you, or he will taunt you a second time. So you have disadvantage against this dude if you attack him next.
That particular we should
Until you
probably,
successfully, disadvantage. Yes, this target.
Yeah,
Until
just
you
him.
successfully, yeah,
It's
just
only
that one. All right. Anything else you wish to do? Taunt you a second time.
No, because vertically inspired.
Who
if
is?
anything, I'd probably say
Nyx
focus on-
is, but
Or I think he could still. I think Gears
You
could.
just gotta be
hear
able to
you.
hear you, so you could bardic
Yeah.
inspire probably in just about anybody in the.
Yeah. You
okay,
could do
I will do that to Gears since he needs
Yeah.
it.
Yes, that makes the most
And
sense.
gears to gears, you say what?
Say, what?
Fell the haughty hill giants.
Feel them? He wants you to feel them.
Fell.
Fell them. Oh, I was like, that's a different
Okay,
action.
okay,
That was-
okay,
that's
okay,
a
okay.
different-
That
different
makes
action
more sense.
entirely. Yeah.
Feel him up. Yeah, that's really a thing you should be doing right now.
All right. Well, he's doing a good job with that one guy.
Oh,
So
yes.
Ogre's turn.
Mhm.
Ogre ganging up on
Oh
the
boy.
Why?
pally that
Um,
nobody can hit.
Okay. I will say this though, at least for Nyx and Rex in particular, you should probably try to get down to him and obvious.
Yeah, I could use some backup here.
Because I can't come down yet, because I'm kind of I could come down, but I'm kind of in a way I want to focus on what I'm dealing with up here first.
That ogre swings at your paladin with his great club and
And
doesn't
misses.
do crap.
Though I missed.
The other ogre
Oh, yeah, he's trying.
goes up, and you guys are standing about a little over eye level to the ogre.
So he has to look up a little bit.
Yeah, he's large. Swings the great club at the bard. Since the rogue got a little
really
attacked earlier,
Yeah.
and misses. Okay.
Damn.
All right.
There.
The one up top is going to take a swing at the barbarian little tiny boy that's attacking and beating the crap out of him. 14, does that hit? It does not.
No.
Oh my
All
god.
right.
Their aim sucks.
Are you sure these guys are ogres and not stormtroopers?
I think they graduated from the same academy.
Ouch.
He had to dash, but he has you between himself and an empty a ledge. Literally has you backed up against a ledge.
That he knows of at them. That he thinks he has.
Okay.
He obviously thinks he has me actually backed up.
So the chief kind of brings her up, not really necessarily to her feet, but at least kind of rolls over so that she's upright.
Yeah.
And she starts waving her hands in the air.
Like she just
Her
doesn't care.
Her eyes roll back in her head as ancient words of incantation come across her lips, and magic flows into the air.
Would I know that she's? I would obviously would figure out that she's casting something, but I wouldn't know what it is, right?
Oh, no.
You would not know. You do hear, but you have the.
Well, I'm asking because of. Oh yeah, I technically said that I could have activated this at the start of combat.
Right.
Yeah.
You hear. I mean, a lot of them are magic phrases you're unaware of, but
I know she's casting
but you
something.
do hear the word in giant several times. The word for the word for into servitude, and the other word is definitely the giant word for dragon.
Yeah, I'm definitely going
Oh,
to.
no.
And the air shimmers in a huge area near the front. Okay.
I'm gonna counterspell this. Attempt to at least.
Give it a shot.
Okay. What do I need to roll for this? Because
I'm not going to tell you. You have to make the decision to roll it or not.
Here we go.
Come on.
What level are you casting it at?
Third. I'm going straight. It has to be a third. It has to be a third. 'Cause I don't have any higher levels right now. So.
All right.
Equals 10. So I don't know the spell. I just need. All I need to know is the spell's level because I need to roll. It's like. Wait, no. It's if they roll it.
Spell casting third level. If it is a D10 plus the spell's level. On success. Okay.
Yeah.
So it is a.
Okay. So.
Make an ability check using spellcast ability. Okay, so that would be. Let me get.
Is that? I'm pretty sure I'm the one that rolls this. I think.
No, they would roll to save against your counterspell.
Oh, okay.
So
it shows the DC right. Well, the spell save DC says 15 right there. So.
Yeah, that's it. That's. So.
Here we go. This could literally be the most
Come on.
thing I've done.
Come on.
All right, here we go. She has advantage for reasons it's her lair.
Oh yeah, layer stuff. Yeah.
And so it's a 19. So that is a save.
Ah!
So all of a sudden, shimmering in the area near the front where you guys were, appears out of nowhere.
Oh.
Oh,
Giant
wait,
Oh,
red dragon.
wait,
It-
hold on.
what?
Okay.
I have a theory.
Okay.
This thing appears out of
Finish.
nowhere, right? Sorry.
Hold on, let him
You
finish.
Well,
finish.
okay. I'll say it appears. Yeah, because she's as if summoned. Yes.
Okay, you finish real quick, then I'll say what I want to say.
All right. So the dragon. Hold up. Because now we have to do this. Oh, I gotta go back to the token view. And there we go. But that would put it. Still gets a turn thing, so it's gonna go there.
Oh,
So the dragon.
apparently I just looked it up. Apparently I was supposed to, because I cast it, which means you have to roll to beat the DC.
Okay, the dragon bows its head down. Aims towards the party down here.
Oh boy.
You see the spark of the flame start to rise in the back of the dragon's throat.
Oh
It-
god.
It reaches its head back, presses its head forward, and erupting from the huge flaming dragon maw, you hear April Fools.
I fucking
Wait.
knew it! I
Okay.
fucking knew it!
Let's talk about what really happens.
Okay.
April Fools. There's no
I
ancient
knew
dragon.
that. I knew that. I was like, oh god, but I didn't.
I
didn't waste
I
time here.
suspected what was happening was that the dragon was an illusion.
No, it was no dragon.
As you can see, also, our Nyx is kind of out of the room. We're running towards the door, into the fire. So it's like,
So the chiefess, however, does attempt to stand up. Her heavy weight does not allow her to
Oh, I
keep
did-
her feet, and she does roll forward and crashes through the board here.
So I didn't actually use counterspell here then.
You did not. Don't take that off. That was just that was me being an April
Well,
Fool's. I guess.
that's why I was like, because I'm so used
No.
to hearing people say spells, and I'm like, it's instinctual at this point.
No, you're fine. That was a good call, actually. That would have been an absolutely
Oh,
the
yeah.
right move to do.
Oh,
Chief Disgust screams as she falls down into the level below and out of sight, and actually takes some damage.
She's not going to be taking nearly as much as we would. Her fall isn't nearly as much as it would be. For
Uh,
us.
She falls down below. You hear pig squeals, and some squishy sounds as she falls through to the lower level. And she's effectively out of combat herself right now. Cairo,
Okay.
stuck between a rock and a hard place. What you gonna do?
Well, I mean, I just want to. Actually, I already know what I'm doing. I already know what the fuck I'm doing. It ain't that hard of a thing to understand for me. I am going to at level 3. I am going to cast because little does he know, he set him up with a prime target for something
Okay.
of Thunderstep.
Ah!
Okay. Oh.
I'll let him do
Yep.
the.
Yep.
Mhm.
I know what you're doing.
Yeah, I'll let him do. We'll do the
So,
same thing.
He's
I'll
gonna
move.
say, put the text out there for me when you get a chance. He is a
Believe
con
it
save.
Here. There you
7 does not save.
go. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it's 90.
You should be within 10 feet of you, so that'd be the only within 10 feet. So a
Yeah,
con
it's
saving
only
that would take 3d10 thunder damage.
Which that was
So-
16.
That's the 16, so he takes the 16 for sure. And
I don't know what the teleport is for this one. Is it?
It doesn't push him back like Thunder Wave or anything, does it? No, it just does
no,
damage.
It's well, it does damage, but it has the added effect that if it's a willing creature, I can pick them up and I can take them with me. Remember, I did that when we first came in here.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, he takes damage, and where are you gonna Thunder Step to?
Let me just pull up the tool real quick. I can't. Actually, would it be stable enough for someone my size to stand on the cart?
On where?
On
You
the
can
cart.
sure you can stand on it. It's just she fell off because that axle
Yeah.
is the one that's bent here
Yeah, I see it.
right there. That one just fell off of the wheel, so the corner fell and she just tumbled forward.
Actually, I think I know what I'm going to do instead. I was just asking in case I wanted to do that, but I think instead I'm going to go, because it's 85 feet to go right to there. I'm just going to teleport right over there.
Okay, that'll do.
And that's, honestly, I don't have any bonus. No, I can't use my Eldritch Blast because that's not a bonus action, so that's, again, really all I can do.
That's a decent amount of damage though in one shot.
That's
And
good.
I do like the counter spell gif or thing, but if you ever decide to change it, I would highly recommend this one.
Let's see here.
Actually, I got a better one. I got a better gift you could use.
Yeah, let me take my one spell slot.
Goblins are gone, so that's gonna bring us to next. Snert the goblin, he's noping out.
He's basically he's more or less just thankful that I got him out of there. Basically.
Yep. He's running. Yeah,
he's like, I am out of
He's
here.
on the move. He was stuck in fatty, sweaty hill giant fold, so he was on the move. He's out.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Wait.
this is the GIF I would use for reverse.
Okay.
For
Counterspell.
For counterspell. Oh, come on, what the? Okay, hang on.
I remember you posted it in. Just post it in the Discord. It'll probably work there.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Oh, the gif.
You didn't say the magic word.
It's not showing as a gif though.
Oh.
I get you.
Yeah.
I know which one you meant.
Yeah.
Nix, it is your turn. Top of the keg. Ogre in front of you.
Really good stuff right now.
Focus eyes.
I would take care of the one that's right there, just so that way you guys have less to deal with, and then go help the paladin, because obviously, yeah. I mean, it's hard for them to hit him, but still, it still would help to, you know. I can't believe, there's actually, wow.
That hits the ogre for sure.
Oh, sweet.
And you have advantage because technically he is in the. Actually, he is. Let me see. He actually would be here because he's outside, so he is within the. He is within. You've got another ally next to him, so you could do that full 30 damage.
Oh,
If you want to use sneak. I'm assuming
I will
yes.
be using sneak.
That is a very wise choice.
Yes, it is.
So that is 30 points of damage to said ogre.
I'm gonna miss Kai when he's gone, because I am like, every move I make with him is so fucking cold and calculated. I love it.
Are you going to like disengage and climb down the barrel and dash, or what you going next? Or are you staying where you're at and just gonna take him head on?
I would say staying there for now is probably a good idea.
Hiiro.
I'm just suggesting.
I
I'm
know.
saying.
Well, why don't we wait and let the player whose turn it is say what they're gonna do before you start making suggestions, please. Nix, what would you like to do?
The fates have decided I will stay on the barrel.
Very good. Thank you.
Yeah.
It is Hill Giant's turn.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I wonder if we're gonna be dumb enough to jump down the hole with her.
Not that stupid. Self-preservation is a thing.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
But
making the joke.
we
So funny,
do
so.
have. They are pretty dumb. I mean, I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
We are. First two are gonna both take their multi-attack club shot at the pally. 1, 2, 3,
Nope.
4,
And nope.
Nope.
Wow.
Nope. 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 Nope.
This is just great. I love this.
Yep. And
Yeah, you
how
can-
about multi-attack against the barbarian?
Yep.
Oh, that's the wrong button. There we go.
that's
One.
the wrong- that-
Nope.
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 Two.
And
Oh my
nope.
God.
Nope.
Suck.
Your aim fucking sucks.
Let's see.
The fact that the problem is I'm too small for them.
He is gonna move and grab some stuff. And does he have range on you? 45 feet range on a rock is 60 to 240. So
Yeah, no, they
throwing some debris up at you. That first one is the one. 11 is a miss.
So basically, it's like, nope.
Yep, just kind of swung past you. Just airball. It landed like behind the cart. Boy,
You
they are
can't
having.
You
crap.
can't even hit
Everybody,
the
I think
squishy.
everybody in this party for this entire moment just has Ultra Instinct.
Just dodging left and right. It's like, nope.
All right, Angus.
Take care.
You
of
have.
the, I take care
You
of the
have.
ogre
You
first.
also have currently
Yeah.
a target-rich environment.
I want to finish working on the ogre.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the best idea.
Wasn't the best idea.
Well, I mean, obviously, you already did damage to it, so.
Here we go. Oh wait,
Oh,
I'm gonna use
wait.
my lucky.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Yeah, we all reacted and then wait.
Oh.
There we go. All right,
And
20. That's so.
that's 16.
16. Got it.
Here we go again.
All right.
damn,
It's another 30.
damn, it's another 30. If anything, I think he's.
On this 16.
I know he's definitely.
And,
not, he's
yep.
not feeling well.
He's really not feeling it because he, with that smash of the Blade of Fury, he falls backwards in a unmoving dead heap. One
There's another
ogre
down.
down. I think that's the first big boy you guys have taken out.
Yep.
Anything else you wish to do, sir?
No.
No.
All
I
right.
mean, as a barbarian, I don't know what else you have.
I don't know. I always ask in case there's something I'm unaware of.
Yeah.
Of course.
All right, Gears. Same target.
Indeed.
Go for it.
Too.
Also,
Do you want to bonus another smite before you
Oh, yeah.
attack?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
we
yes, 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 yes. Remind me. What smites do I have? Let's see here.
Check your.
They're on your sheet.
Let's see here. Searing smite, thunderous smite.
I would say I'd say searing, honestly, because that's another good one.
All right, then
just-
I'll
just
prepare.
like
Then I will
for it.
prepare searing smite as well.
Let me see. I'm gonna look at your smites real quick. You have searing. You have thunderous.
I'm just checking. Checking my spells real quick. See what I have. That's one action. That's one. Wow. I am literally like almost fucked when it comes to action economy because I have like nothing that takes like bonus actions. Yeah, you know what? What's the range?
Okay. So what are you doing? So you have thunderous already queued up. Now you're queuing up searing as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you make your attack roll?
Here we go.
That is a hit. 6 damage. Now roll your
Here comes the
thunderous
slice.
damage next.
Yeah, because that's the order that you did them in.
Okay. Now, so that's what happens if he does not strength. If he strength saves, does he push back?
I'm pretty sure it's pushed back. I think. Just hit the spot. Hit the show spot description button, and it'll show the description for it.
First time it's a thunder.
Push 10 feet away and knock
10
prone.
feet away and knocked prone. Okay, so strength save.
Then
I mean
I
they're
would-
hill giants, so
yeah, they're probably a
didn't make it.
what?
that's with a +5.
Wow.
Okay, so
I would say
but the
this-
other thing will go off. So roll your searing smite damage.
Which I think that has a bonus effect too. I think. I don't know though. That's one I'm not.
Should I cast it at
Here it
level
is.
2 or?
At
Well,
whatever you want to cast it at.
How are your spell slots set up? How many do you
Yeah.
have left?
Yeah, it's probably just best to use it at level 1.
Yeah, I mean, you're still doing extra damage, so. Oh, it does have something extra. So let's see what that one does too.
Okay. And don't forget to track your spell slots remaining, please.
Right.
Yes.
I will see here. That's
I think he did one at level. What, you did both at level 1, I think.
Yeah.
So that's 2.
2 down at level 1.
Yeah.
So let's see. 1d6 fire damage causes the target ignites in flames at the start of each turn until the spell ends. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
So so this boy goes back 10 feet. Has taken 15 points of damage and is currently on fire and will need to make a save on his turn. And
yeah.
do we have an on? What's a good on fire?
Yeah, because obviously we're gonna have to mark him as specifically.
Here, yellow because he's on fire. All right.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. Anything else?
I believe that will be all.
Okay.
Yeah, you did a lot.
Rex.
All right, I will attack the ogre that's in front of me
stick.
with
I'll just take a poke
Fire.
with a stick. Wow. Holy hell.
That's a hit, and that's 8 points.
Damn.
And...
Wait, hold on. What about disadvantage?
Oh no.
Oh yeah, you do. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I do.
Still,
It doesn't
17
matter.
is still lower.
Yeah, we're still good. So.
But now you don't, because it wasn't until you successfully hit it.
Yeah, and you did. So
So
we're good.
that effect is now over. So it didn't affect you.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure we were doing things fairly.
Good
That's
policing.
That's fair. Wow, we only have 2. Wow, we're actually dealing. Wow, we're unintentionally actually really dealing with these in the order I almost wanted to deal with them in. That's actually perfect.
Mhm. And that's my turn.
Ogres.
Ogres. Oh yeah.
So this ogre comes down.
He's trying to get shot.
Dash, but can't do anything because of the
of
dash.
course.
So he is done. This ogre's dead. This ogre is going to attempt to try to go for the bard this time. Went for the
Did he?
rogue
I think he was
last
the
time.
bard. Did he go for the? That was the bard
Yeah.
last time that he went for.
Did he? Oh no, yes he
think
did.
it might have
So rogue this time. Oh, that's initiative, which wouldn't be the thing. It's right next to the Great Club thing.
That's fine.
Oh no!
Oh! Critical fail!
Failure.
Ooh, I want to see what happens when he does.
Who turned out the lights? If it's wearing headgear, he's not wearing headgear.
So it doesn't.
Doesn't matter.
You know, that who turned out the lights one? That doesn't even really really affects anyone because like it's just a bonus action, and a lot of people don't really use their bonus action for anything. So it's just you just reposition and that's it.
Yeah, it could affect you though. Like, what if you
Oh, yeah,
had
I
like
know.
a spiritual weapon out or something? You couldn't move it or that turn. There's things you couldn't do. The other ogre is up there by the paladin that can't seem to get hit, and
Yep. Let's see if he.
And-
Oh my!
does not. Nope,
Damn!
missed.
Ow.
Thank
Just
God.
barely.
Thank God. He
Um,
didn't return. No,
It would
Wait.
be cheap.
does.
Well, question.
Oh, was
Yes.
Sorry. But I believe there's another ogre like this one here.
So I'm missing
it?
ogre.
That's the one. No, that's the one that dashed up. That one dashed over to you.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
one was
that
the
one
one that was
dashed.
up top. He ran back down.
He was after
Okay.
me, and then I.
He saw
Then I teleported
He
away.
saw you kill his brother.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't
Right.
like that, but he
Yeah.
can't do anything. He took all of his movement to get to you.
Okay.
Okay.
And yes, Cairo, and you hear a commotion from underneath coming up from the hole. It's mainly pig squealing, her yelling, and like some commotion, but there's
Yeah.
no one appears or anything shows up.
She saying she's fallen and she can't get up.
Jeez.
Literally.
Oh, and as far as you can see, Snart is gone, and he has made his way. We're out of view of anyone.
Yeah, he's basically he just left because
He's
he's like
nope.
he
He's
was more
nope.
like a
Nope. He just
thank
noped
God.
out of here.
Yep, he took the nope train all the way to fuck this Shitsville.
Basically, he
Shit,
fuck-
I'm out. No face. Fuck me, shit,
That's
I'm out.
I'm
I was
gonna go
thinking that.
after one.
I'm gonna just grab my stuff and leave.
Obviously, I'm gonna go after the ogre because I mean, right now I might as well just try to clear up the targets that are directly next to him for now.
All right, so here, you mean this ogre?
No, the one that's the one that's up
ogre.
near Sentai.
Okay. Yep.
Because arguably, like
You
yeah,
got the
it's very
range with the
soon.
Eldritch
Oh, yeah.
Blast, so.
Oh yeah, I know. That's the best part. I know I do because I took that on purpose. And damn it. But I mean, I know I got the range for it because obviously the Eldritch Spear is very helpful in this case. I'm a threat basically for the whole room. That's better.
That is better. That's a hit.
And that was max damage too. At least I think it was it max damage actually. Yeah, no, it was max damage.
Yeah.
I thought it had extra stuff involved.
1d10.
I thought there was extra damage involved because of my staff or whatever. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Actually, hold on. I need to check a spell real quick. It's just I need to see if it's a bonus action or not because I might end up using it to get down. I am going to. Yes, it is. It is a bonus action. I am going to, as soon as it'll let me do this, I'm going to use Misty Step. If it'll pop it in the chat, that'd be amazing. There we go. 30 feet.
Misty Step. So.
I'm gonna go. Okay. Catacorn. I believe it was this one right here. Let me just measure real quick to make sure.
You got that. Even if you're here, you got that 30 feet.
Okay, that's what I was gonna do then, because I wanted to make sure I could get that, make sure I could help and stuff like that a little more, because now I don't really have much of a need to stick up there as much.
Yeah. Misty Step.
Mhm.
Later on, at higher levels, you will actually get Brock Step and later Ash Step.
Ah!
Just saying.
I really wish there were other. I really wish there were other like step-based spells like this.
I mean,
Smoke Step.
Like maybe like a fire version, maybe like a
are
fire
we
version.
not missing the best step? The Gary step?
Christ. Okay, that's all I can do because I obviously don't have any other stuff that I can do.
Next. One of the two Keg brothers.
Ironic, given what he was doing before this.
And remember, DL. I have a screwdriver with your character's name on it.
Yeah, screwdrivers are good too.
Is it a sonic screwdriver?
No.
A sonic
Okay.
screwdriver is what I call it when I have orange juice and vodka at a karaoke bar.
Nice. Okay.
So with a +7, could I realistically hit Sentai's AC?
Sentai's AC with a +7. You can hit. It's only 18. You can hit that. Now, could you hit Gears's?
No.
I mean, it's yeah.
Maybe.
It's
If
still
you
you'd
got
have
lucky.
to. Yeah, because I mean, it's with a +7. If you rolled a 17, yeah. So that is against the ogre in front of you. That is actually going to be a miss.
Mm. I will then disengage,
Yep.
jumping down.
Yep. So hold on.
Alright.
Let me. So if you're
Oh,
jumping,
okay.
you're high. But let me see. You can do if you do half movement going down, and make that 10. You can climb down safely with a half movement, and then you could go up to here. Yeah. So safely you could go here. You get another 5 feet if you want to go here. So you're good. All right. What you gonna
He's
do?
stuck.
Disengaged. Bolts from the grave. That's my guess.
I am checking range. And like a broken record.
I just know you guys.
You think you're
I just know your combat styles. Bolts from the grave does hit the ogre.
Into
Damn.
necrotic, I think.
And and that is just enough. Blackened tendrils of necrotic damage eat through the ogre's flesh, and he falls to the ground, unmoving.
Oh.
Bam!
He just became a puddle of
And
black ichor.
how tall are the tables?
We said about 10 feet up.
I'm just gonna look
From
for the table at gears just with a screwdriver. I'm like, this is for early, this city.
all right.
And he's got. I'll be making a little beeline. Could I realistically go under the table to get to you?
You could go under the table for sure, easily.
Bless
see.
you.
So 5, 15,
Yeah,
see, end my turn here underneath the table, starting to head towards my next target.
Okay, but you're under the table. Got it. All right, hill giant's turn. This hill giant steps forward again, not happy. So we're doing this is the two can't hit nothing brothers are gonna try again because they're too dumb to stop. We're gonna do so that's 4 great club attacks total. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, wait. Oh.
So someone
of
may have gotten a little too cocky because
Oh no! He
That-
oh boy. Might have to heal him.
that is a total of let's see 24 just for the non-crits.
Yeah,
24
that's
and 15
39.
that's 39 points, but now let's see what the crit card is for the critical hit for him. Here we go. We don't do we don't do deadly, but this is a dangerous, so sweep. Oh, that's pretty okay. Oh no, hold on. That is a great club, so that is not a slashing, that is a bludgeoning attack. That is triple damage, and your speed is reduced by half until you finish a short rest.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Hold up. You may have that may have just knocked your paladin unconscious. I believe it will have. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So,
have to get over there.
that is yeah. That's fortunately you hit 0, we stop you at 0, but that round right there,
That just
100
knocked me down in a minute.
100 that would have been 150 points.
He
of
would have been
damage.
dead.
Holy
He would have been dead. He would have been dead on the
Damn.
spot. That's the thing. He would have been dead on the fucking
Jesus.
spot.
So, ready to make death saves at 0, but you are really unconscious. They beat the crap out of you. They got tired of missing.
They got tired of being the do nothing brothers.
Yeah, they did.
Do something. Do something.
20.
Oh, you perf. Oh, you're just lining it up for me.
Hill Giant though is going to attack. Yeah, all right, getting cocky. one
No,
round
there's-
just took
no,
one
I know
round
what I'm doing.
just took out your.
I know,
All right,
I know,
here we
but I know
here
that
we
was
go.
the reason why I'm saying I'm lining it.
Two great club attacks on the Claire lock.
All right, here we go.
It's a miss. That's not 22
Okay,
points
so that
of
one
bludgeoning.
does hit me,
Ugh.
but
Oh, wait.
uh,
Inflict
I'm
wounds?
forgetting what comes immediately
Or,
after.
or,
I
or,
get
or
hit.
Hellish Rebuke?
Oh yeah, we're going for it. We're going for a third here.
So 17 points. Yep.
I'm going for the higher level cast here, so
So 27 points.
yeah. Here's the description then. I still take 20.
Hold on. We also have to. This guy had to take a con save.
Oh yeah, we have to do that guy too.
Still on fire, so that's another 1d6.
Okay, so minus what was it, 22?
So that dude took another 2 points of damage and still on fire.
Okay, now
and
this
this
one
guy took
dexterity saving throw. I think he takes
20.
either takes the full 27 or he takes 14.
Okay, so let's find out.
Yep.
Dex?
Hmm?
Nah.
Nope.
Dude. So he's taking that whole 27.
Yep.
Ooh.
Flames are up around him as he doesn't know what the hell's going on. The other hill giant is doing his 2 attacks against the barbarian.
Of course.
With a miss and a miss.
And close.
So, yep, close, but no cigars.
Nope. Now it's my turn.
Yes.
I'll bring it up when it gets
All
brought up,
right.
He's gonna have to go over there. I
Let's
can't
see.
get
I've
over
got an
there.
ogre behind me, and I've got a hill giant in front.
Yep.
Eeny, meeny, miny, low.
Which one is to mow?
The ogre behind me.
The ogre is hit.
I mean, I did hit
Takes
him
10
earlier.
points of damage.
Okay.
Yep.
On the second hit.
That is also hit.
Oh.
And is 11 points of damage.
So let's see. 10. That's
He is.
21.
Yep. And looks like he's pretty in rough shape. Not by any means dead yet, but is bleeding from several spots thanks to the Blade
Next
of
to the
Fury.
combo.
Yep.
Next to the little combo that we pulled off earlier.
Yeah.
Gears, I need you to make a death saving throw, please.
Okay, how do I do that again?
There
On
should,
your,
should be a box right next to hit dice.
Yeah.
This one?
There's just successes and failures.
no, not
No,
that one. That's
right
it.
next to that. Right next
Oh.
to that.
This one?
You see the little death save button? Oh,
Okay. So you need to click on the failed, and that's one failed death save.
I'll be right back.
Rex, one of us is gonna, for Flutter, one of us is gonna have to fucking get over there.
Yeah, I don't want to die!
Well, remember, if
I
you
know.
do, the thing is though, if you do, remember, if this comes to this, remember, me and Flutter have Revivify now, so even if you die, we're not completely out of the woods when you're dead.
Oh,
Yeah, so
sure?
still, we should try to get over. Yes, we have Revivify. Yes, at least I do. I know that for a fact. But that
Okay, I
doesn't
have no idea
mean
what just happened.
that doesn't mean we should ignore him. Obviously, we should still get over there to try to heal him so he's back up, so he doesn't die. But if he does, we still have options.
All right. Rex.
All right, so I am going.
Yeah, this guy's dead. So it'll take you 10 to safely get down to the first square. Unless you want to jump it and take 1d6.
I will safely get down.
Okay, so that puts you down here and counts 10 of your speed. So now you have 20 left without dashing.
And I will move. Hold on.
I'm back.
At least
Welcome back.
2 up. Right here. And yeah. That's my turn.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
We'll try to get over there to help you. It's just
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
doing.
can't make any promises right now because I don't have any third level spell. I don't have any spell slots left for third level, so I can't Thunderstaff. I used it on House Rebuke because I wanted to do maximum damage. Then again, I didn't think this was gonna happen. So
Neither did I.
None of us did.
yeah, we didn't think there was gonna be 2 hits and then a crit. If it would have just been the 2 hits, it wouldn't have been that big a deal. It would have been fine.
Even just 3 hits probably wouldn't have done that enough. It was the crit.
It's the crit.
But-
It's the crit that did it.
But that's the
That's the nature of
risk.
this game.
That's the risk reward of having the crit cards in the game, is that it can be an amazing moment or an amazing tragedy if it happens to be at a bad time. So,
Yeah.
okay. What are you doing? You said you stopped. Are you gonna dash? Or are you gonna?
You
I
could
was just
dash if you
moving-
wanted to try to get closer. So you
Okay.
can get closer to him for
Well,
your turn.
yeah, you could. If you're not gonna move closer, you could attack
Oh, yeah,
something
you
with
could-
your with
Yeah,
your
you
bow.
could attack and try
Yeah.
to attack the hill giant.
Yeah,
that
I'm
deals
going to
damage
attack
and try to take it
the
out.
ogre that's
That one.
Um,
right next to him.
I would probably suggest the hill giant actually because that thing's
Oh
taking
yeah.
some damage.
Yeah.
This one's taking damage and is actually still actively on fire.
So it might be smarter.
Okay,
actually.
so I'm going to attack that one.
Go ahead and give it a shot. Literally.
Yeah.
That is a miss with
Ah.
a 9.
I mean, you
And a 5.
tried,
And then I miss. And a 5.
and
I missed
then
again.
it's
All right. Ogres. Ogre. Stop. Ogre time. The ogre up by that's been like taking so much damage from Angus takes a great club and tries to smack him and does 6 points with your rage.
Yeah.
6
Okay.
points of bludgeoning damage. Yep.
All right.
The one down below decides is like seeing someone shooting at his big brother, sort
A
of.
big
He's got
brother.
1, 2,
Oh boy.
and swings a great club at Rex. 13 points of bludgeoning damage. Boy, you're lucky they don't have advantage. There's been a lot of crit advantage rolls.
That's why I'm glad that that's why I'm glad that they don't.
Hold on.
Because this is too many crits. I am actively like not okay right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like the amount of crits is just giving me fucking anxiety. It's ridiculous.
All right. That is the ogre's turn. Again, from the pit, you're just hearing like utter chaos.
Just hearing.
It's only been, I understand, it's only been like,
It's only been like 2 rounds.
it's been like 12 seconds. So it really
Yeah,
hasn't
so
been
it
been
hasn't
that
been
long. So, Cairo.
All right. I'm just gonna obviously because like I could get it's like if I do it with the hill giant in front of me, I'm just gonna be basically doing damage to a sponge for the time being. So it's a smart idea if I go after that ogre that is right next to Sentai, the ogre that I hit earlier.
Potentially, yeah. Sounds like a plan to me. That's a hit.
That's fine.
I
That's
mean,
that's still 2. That's still
Yep.
2.
Yep, it is still
I
2.
will take it as long as it hits. I don't care.
Yep.
Okay. Here comes the second one.
That's a miss, unfortunately.
You know what?
No!
Eldritch poop.
I know what I'm gonna do. As a part of my actually, what level would I have to cast that at? Is that third or that's okay? God, that's second level. I'm going to cast up spiritual weapon right next to that ogre at second.
Okay.
Obviously, I don't think the hit matters per
Did
se.
I
'Cause
ma-
I haven't rolled the attack for it. I just
Which
That was
the
second
next
to
to the ogre, okay.
just one of the spaces that's near. Probably the one that's closer to me would probably be better. So maybe that one.
There's your
Ah,
spirit
yes,
hand.
the ham's back.
Now I'll actually make the strike because that was just me doing that to show that I was summoning it. Obviously,
So
actually I should have just said I was summoning it because I didn't. Need to
that's a
worry about
bonus
that.
action, right? So now just
Yeah.
so do your attack.
Now we'll actually do the attack because you want to prompt the.
That
box
is
again,
an
roll
actual
one?
hit.
Nice.
That's a hit.
Oh, the 11's a hit. Okay, then
11 is a hit.
ignore the second one then. Okay, that's fine. That's still damage. So hey,
It's still
that's
damage.
still 4 damage. So yeah, that's honestly all I can do there. So
Okay. All right, Nix. Under the table, Nix.
I've kind of locked myself firmly in place here for now. So Rex, it's pretty much up to you if you can get over there.
30.
Yep.
I just come out from under the table and go, hey, Gent. Hey, it doesn't receive the call from
So-
the medical office.
Based on how you're moving and under the table, and I'm going to make a DM call here because they just pounded and are probably looking at this. They're very happy about their. I'm going to give you advantage on this from coming up from under the table.
Ooh.
They wouldn't have seen
Just
him.
and ask, yeah, just because of sneak, that seems like that would be appropriate. Yeah, that's 24 damage.
Oh!
Yeah,
Oh my god, that's beautiful.
I'm assuming you're going to take the sneak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 24.
Oh,
Yeah, that's decent.
yeah, that's beautiful.
And I will
Robes,
take
man.
the
Robes.
disengage action.
Yep.
And
Back.
Just-
Okie doke.
Porky.
All right.
where did the attack come from? They may never know. I am the table girl. I'm what the box cost. Just a lot shittier.
Come on now. There we go. And I think he's gonna have to hold because I don't think there's any good shot to it. Can't really throw something that close with Hill Giant, so he's going the ogre. I mean, this one is I'm gonna say squat kind of down to swing at you, but I'm gonna make it a disadvantage roll because of kind of you've got a little bit of cover going underneath the thing, so we're gonna give that to you. Ooh, still 18.
Still hits.
And try it again. 10 is a miss. So 18 points.
There we go.
Swinging that great club in. Like, I picture him, it's like when you have like a broom handle and you're trying to get something out from under the bed. That's kind of what he's doing. And up here, we have 2 that go to. Oh, you're lucky. Do that. Oh, you're real lucky. I rolled. I'm still going to count it because it was a DM mistake, but I rolled on the ogre who has a. Well, it doesn't matter. Plus, you don't have a 12, do you? What's your AC there, Nix?
Okay.
79.
Yeah, all right. It wouldn't have mattered. I rolled the ogre's roll on the great club there. It hits a little less instead of the hill giant, but that's okay because it would not have changed the outcome. Hill giants to Cairo. Bop.
That's exactly my AC. So I'm gonna obviously, since it's been around now, I'm gonna repeat it, but at a lower level this time.
Do it.
I'm gonna repeat it at this time, level 2. Oh come on!
5 points.
Obviously, that's if he doesn't make the save. Obviously.
This is not a 1.
Yeah.
It's con, right?
It's Dex for this one.
Dex save. No. So he'll take the full 5.
I've basically been exploiting their Dex weakness by every time they hit me going
Yep.
Hellish Rebuke.
Good call. Okay. Second swing.
All right.
23.
Okay, so overall he's done.
And I'll be right back real quick, guys.
What was the overall damage they did to me so far?
23 and 16, so 39.
I'm not down yet, but it don't feel too good. Ooh. I don't like that number. I don't like 19. I don't like seeing 19 there. I don't like that.
Now that we're in a situation, can anyone tell me what the mistake was?
I
Splitting up the party?
I said this. I said this last time we should focus on the ogres first and then focus on the hill giants.
It's
It's
not trying to focus fire so that they have you on action economy. There are more of them than are you, so they're
Yeah.
getting more swing. So the strategy would be normally to take down them
That's
one
what
at
I
a
was
time,
thinking.
like focus on one and take them down, because an opponent down is an opponent that's not swinging and taking attack
Well,
rolls.
that's why when I initially made that plan, I said let's take out the goblins first because we know we can take those out fairly easily, and then focus on the ogres little by little, and then
Right.
focus on the hill giants because that's less targets, and to a degree we can deal with them a little easier.
But here we go. Hill Giants Great Club at the Barbarian. 1, 2. 1 hits, 2 does not. So that's 8 points of bludgeoning damage, sir. I do believe, and it is your turn.
Well, they hit me. I'm gonna hit back.
Go for it.
Okay, there we go.
That is a hit.
That's
That's 15 points. Back to this Hill Giant. 15 points of damage.
I think it would have been the
Yeah,
first one.
I was trying to click on the
Oh, sorry.
first.
They both hit. So
That's total-
13. So total
13
is
and 15, that's
so
26.
20. Yes. No.
No, 28.
28.
I was off.
So yeah, good damage. Hey, Gears,
Yeah.
make a death save. That's 2 failed death saves. 1 more, and Gears is dead.
I might have to risk something to get over there.
All right.
Unless you can
Hero, do you
unless
have
can get
Spare
over-
the Dying?
Yeah, but I don't. The thing is, I don't know the range on that. Do I have to touch for that, or I have to touch? I'd have to get over there.
All right, Rex.
So wait, hold on. Hero, you're the one that's going to heal him?
No, if you can get over, I physically can't. I'd have to get away from these hill giants. I physically cannot move right now. Unless I was busy stepping, even then I couldn't get over there and around. So
okay, I'm going to risk the attack of opportunity and dash to Gears.
You don't have to dash, actually. I don't
You don't
believe.
have to.
Hold
I
on,
don't?
because you've got 30, right? 5, 10, 15. No, 5, 10. That's 15.
20. Immediately.
30. You could get there you get right here with 30. You'll get 1 opportunity attack from this ogre.
Okay, and I
arguably that's
will.
honestly fine.
And yep. And hold on. That's a miss. Ogre swings and misses you.
Now heal me!
Okay.
The amount of anxiety this is giving me is
so
as high as you can take it.
Oh yeah. Cure wounds. Level 3. Yeah, level 3.
Of course.
You pop awake with 14 points of health. And you can
I'll take it.
You can remove your death saves because that is reset
good.
because you are up. The ogre up top is going to swing at the barbarian.
Oh boy.
That's a miss. The one down below is going to take a step up and swing at the back of the 2 steps up, maybe, and swing at the back of the bard and hits for 7 points of bludgeoning damage and less than 5-minute break for a drink and bathroom. Be right back.
All right.
Okay, I think I'm gonna have to use lay on hands so that I can get.
Yes. That's a
Yes,
bonus
yeah,
action,
but
I
start
assume?
touching yourself.
I'm pretty sure it's bonus action, right? I'm not wrong when I say it's a bonus action?
I believe.
Oh, hang on.
Because if it is, then I would still,
Hang
even
on,
though you're
hang
so
on,
low
hang
on
on,
hit
hang on,
points.
hang
No, I'm saying
on.
regardless of what he does, I would still say step up to the ogre, step up to the hell giant then and try to take him out. Because we need to try to recover this here now. We're basically at recovery stage. We need to try to recover this as best we can.
Mm-hmm.
I knew when I thunder stepped, I should have. I knew I should have. I knew I should have fucking thunder stepped closer to gears. Something was telling me earlier.
Yeah.
Hindsight's 2020.
Yeah.
That it is.
It just sucks when I didn't listen to my gut. I should have.
Yeah.
But can't really give myself too much shit for that because I thought it wasn't gonna go the way it was. I love how that hill giant that's right next to me has taken a good chunk of damage and I haven't even touched him yet. This is one of the small reasons why part of me is like I obviously I'm gonna get rid of Kai regardless, but part of me is like, do I actually do it because of shit like this?
Or what, what does your gut tell you?
Well, I have the thing is though the bag of holding has health potions in it, so even if I swap, I'm not exactly boned on healing people. And plus, I'm gonna have a higher AC, so I can probably actually run through enemies to get there. So it might be actually a smart idea to swap actually. And plus, I at the very least, I'm definitely handing the diamonds. Obviously, Kai's gonna hand the diamonds he bought over to Rex because he's gonna want him to have the maximum amount he can. Because he's not gonna be stupid like that. Not right now. He'll do that when he leaves, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I didn't swap before this.
I'm back. How's everybody feeling?
Anxious and on edge.
All right. Well, let's see what we can do about that. Cairo, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna leave the ogre up above for my spiritual weapon because I can hit that thing with a bonus action. So I'm just going to focus my fire on the hill giant that hit.
Actually, can you pop the text of the spiritual weapon? Actually, I think you may be in for. I think for the rule, you may be in it for more than you think you are. Go ahead.
Let me.
If it does not have to move, I don't believe you need to use your bonus action. It only needs to move to. It only needs to.
It doesn't actually need to move. It's just I can just.
It does not need to move to attack. It attacks. But
well, I think if I move it 20 feet, it says repeat the attack.
As a bonus action, you can remove the weapon up.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna look that up because I don't.
I'm wondering if that means what I think it means, or if
Maybe.
it means something else. Because if it means what I think it means, I mean it would mean 2 attacks, but that doesn't make sense.
I'm wondering if it means you have to use your bonus action to attack.
By the way,
I mean, regardless, it's a bonus action attack, so it's not like I'm screwing my action economy by doing that.
You know what? I mean, consult the Oracle.
All right.
Which is my DM.
Are you sure that you don't need to consult with the Elder Gods?
I am like severely running low on spell slots right now.
How you doing health-wise?
19 out of 80.
Ooh.
Remember, I'm squishy. I'm only making half of these rash decisions because I'm trying to get the targets off of other people.
Fair.
I feel like out of all the, I really feel like I really should have gone for Forge Cleric because then I could have had a higher AC. But again, though, it's actually better that what I did that I chose what I chose what I did because I can heal people for the max amount if they're down. So I mean.
Fair.
Go ahead and do your regular, whatever your regular
Yeah.
attack is of his first. I'm waiting on
I mean,
the spot.
I was gonna go after the hill giant that attacked Angus because I'm trying to at least recover what we're doing.
Do it.
All right, here comes the first one.
Just do it.
That is a miss against Hill.
Yeah, I know.
That is a hit. That gives you a good idea where the AC range is, doesn't it?
Yeah, it gives us a range that it's rather low.
I think
I mean,
it's
regardless,
like
I can just use my bonus action for this if we don't get.
Do you have another bonus action you were going to be doing otherwise?
No, I did not have anything else I was gonna do. No.
Alright.
So regardless.
Okay. Bonus action is the attack. So yes, you use a bonus action to have your spiritual attack.
So I can either move it and attack, or I
Or
can...
just have it attack if it doesn't have to move.
Gotcha. Okay. That's
your bonus action is the attack with the spiritual weapon, but you can also part of that bonus action can be to move it as well. Yes, sir. Correct.
I'm just gonna honestly just attack the ogre with it because I'm trying to take him down a little bit. So here we go. Mm-hmm. And obviously going to be at the same level, same one it was at, because obviously, yeah.
Oh,
that's better.
Yeah, and it's looking rough, looking real rough. Like wouldn't take much. Hit him with a feather, kind of. Like he looks really beat up.
Which means Sentai that potentially you might want to use. You might want to potentially if you use Great Weapon Master on it, potentially take it out.
I'm actually thinking on that.
All right. Next, under the table, still gonna get not advantage this time. He knows where you're at, but but do your thing.
I will bonus action.
Yep.
I'm gonna disengage. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Bolts from behind them.
Okay, you're not disengaged there. You know that, right?
Yeah, you could have just ran around him. You didn't have.
You never left his hitbox, so.
Yeah, you didn't have to say disengage for that.
Well, he's using it as a bonus action, so I don't know. This is a good question. Let me check something too. That's a good question because I've made you do that, but just because you say disengage, I don't know that it means you have to leave a hitbox.
I don't think that means.
All it says is your movement doesn't provoke an opportunity attack.
Yeah, so you wouldn't have to move out of the hitbox to do that. I mean, that makes.
I'm asking specifically that question. I
mean, that's how it works. It's obviously that's if how it works. I mean, that makes sense. So. This can still be saved. Thankfully, this can still be easily recovered.
I think it just says you can't. It doesn't provoke an opportunity attack. It doesn't say I don't think you have to do that. I think it just means you're not subject to the attacks of opportunity in the round. I don't think you actually have. You might be able to do that and not even. I've kind of been making you, I think, but I'm pretty sure, based on what I'm reading, that maybe you don't.
Well, an opportunity attack only procs if I leave he's threatened.
But
area, so
but the text of disengage just says you're not subject to attacks of opportunity that round.
Probably.
So it doesn't say that you have to proc one and then like.
And then it works, but
Yeah, that's a.
I'll just put myself where I was in.
yeah.
And you're taking kind of this as your cunning action, right? So you can do bolts from the grave, right? Because it says after, right? Because it says after your cunning action, that's when you can do it.
Okay.
Oh!
This hill giant is taking 18 necrotic.
You don't have to. You could even stand still as long as you do that.
As long as he says disengage, he's
Yep. Yep. So bolts from the grave, 18 necrotic to the gentleman behind you, right? This guy. Okay.
Start
Yep.
my action.
That is 18. Yeah.
And where's my mouse? I'm trying to find my mouse. I get fucking laser in this thing. I need to swing at it with my rapier as my main action.
Yep. And that is 7 points.
That's not too bad.
Well done.
It actually was better that you went with the bolts in the grave rapier combo.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of first level. Okay.
And that's my turn.
That is a good turn. Hill Giant's going to smash at you with a great club though a couple times there next. Didn't like that. 13.
Oh, critical fail!
Yes! Makes me feel a bit better seeing that crit fail.
Oh, agreed.
Because with the way I'm feeling right now. Oh, wait. Step on it. You know, I don't think he. Which one would that be actually for this one?
So it would be it's melee. It's swing wide.
Oh, so you get to make an attack.
Critical hit. Yeah, critical fail. Yeah. So the critical fail is melee, ranged, natural, or magic.
Okay, gotcha.
And so it was your target may make an opportunity. So you may make an opportunity attack against him. So
go for it.
Obviously, just get to make a free attack. That's
Me
awesome.
or
You get to make
you get to make an opportunity attack against him because he was thrown
missed
so
it,
off
yeah.
balance with that horrible thing that you were able to
Yeah.
to do it. So you can do another rapier attack against him. Yeah, 12
Oh!
points. 12 points.
Wow.
Nice.
That's actually amazing. Wow, holy shit.
That's good. That's good. Okay, the other hill giant. So, random aside from my DM, it was like I said I was basically asked the question I said, cunning action, rogue using it. Why do they have to move? No, but why would you take it if you weren't going to move out of the hitbox? I said he can only use bolts from the grave after he uses cunning action. I see. Then the answer is the same either way. You can take the disengage action even if you don't move at all. And I said that's how I was reading it too. And she says, random aside, I hate bolts from the grave. But really, I hate spellcaster rogues because all caps. Why are you a rogue if you want to cast spells? She has some strong opinions.
That's beautiful. I love that.
Yeah. All right. What was my last thing? Okay, the critical crap fail. So the other hill giant is going to
One of them's going to be attacking Angus. One of them's going to be
Oh,
attacking me. So.
no,
what-
we have one down below.
Yeah.
yeah,
What about the
Got
fire?
shit. So you're gonna actually move here, stay in the hit range here, and do an attack against both. First one's going to Gears.
Fair enough.
Come on.
Oh,
It's a
my
miss.
God.
Second one's going to Rex. That's a hit for 20 points of bludgeoning damage with a great
Oh,
point.
fuck.
All right.
Ooh.
How are you feeling?
Up top, we have 2 going to Angus with the one that's to his right down below 1. That's a hit for, we always round down, that's 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
So I'd be at 77?
9 points, you would be at 7. No, you would be at 97. It looks like you're at 106. Is that not right?
Yeah.
You'd be at 97, and then
Okay.
you would be at 90, and you end up at 90 because that's with your
Oh my
half.
God.
Yeah.
I just love hearing the stupid number of hit points he has and what he is.
That's the whole thing.
I know I
I
love it.
love barbarians.
So yeah, you end up at 90. And the other one,
Yep,
oh yeah,
I know.
here we go. 16 points.
Yep, I'm gonna use the I'm gonna use Hellish Rebuke.
Hellish Rebuke. Yep.
Obviously, I can't do a second one, but I can only do one. So.
You might
Come
not be able to
on.
do a second anything.
No, I can't. Yeah.
I'm saying you might not be able to do a second anything.
So oh boy, that's 3.
That's 13. If I fail the dex save, which I'm going to because
yeah.
maybe
I think if you
nope,
meet
actually
the
made
DC, I think it's right?
yeah, you make it. So it's half that damage.
Yeah.
Rounding up, so I get to add back
So you get that 6 points back.
6 points back.
7.
Yep. Okay.
There we go.
And I believe here comes the second one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That just fucking meets my AC.
Yep.
Oh.
Well,
The
who's down?
the cleric is down,
Down.
and that means the spiritual weapon is also out of
Yep.
play.
Oh, I was gonna eat that.
You know what the funny part is? Could actually flavor it as Angus just picks it and fucking eats it.
It just drops to the ground, no longer magical. So, all
Lunch.
right, Angus, it's your go.
Alright. I'm going to use Great Weapon Master on the
I'm glad it's me that went down.
on the ogre.
All right,
Let me just pop it
and
up.
that's a minus what 5, but a plus
Yeah.
10. And if you kill him, you get another attack, right?
Yeah. I'm pretty
Pop
sure.
pop the text for me real quick.
Come on.
Come on.
Yeah, because I like I have a character for it, but I barely remember it. Let's see here. Yeah. He has to score a crit with it.
Yeah, I had to hit score crit.
When you have a critical hit.
Yeah.
Well, no. What was the other thing? Didn't you have something that before you make a melee attack, you can? Oh, so you just get to add 10. Yeah, I'm not sure I'd do that, man.
It might actually be smarter for you.
If you're banking on a crit to get
Yeah.
a
I would
second attack.
try to bank on the crit when we have less enemies to deal with.
Yeah,
Right now,
so
we're
just-
just-
Yeah.
So you might want to just focus on. You may just want to turn around and just bang on a hill giant,
Yeah.
or you can hit him once and hit the hill giant after that. You can split your
you just
attack.
Yeah,
split the
that's-
attacks
that's
if you
what I'm
want
gonna
it
do.
that way.
That's
Okay.
what I'm gonna do.
Go for it.
When-
Ogre
so-
first.
Yeah, ogre first, then
Mhm.
here we go.
Got it. That completely kills the ogre. He was barely hanging on.
Oh, thank God!
Yes!
Thank God, me going down wasn't for
Okay, now for the second hit on the Mr. Hill Giant.
Turn
Come
around.
on.
You want to do a
Yeah,
minus
I'm gonna-
5 penalty and do okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know what you're doing. Do it.
Go for it.
That's a 17.
And it gets plus 10. That
So
is a
that-
hit. That is a hit. So that does
20.
25 points of damage. Oof.
Wow. That's a good chunk of health right there.
That
Yep.
is yeah. Yeah. There's none of them that aren't. None of the hill giants that don't look like they haven't taken some damage. So
I'm glad that I'm glad of all of us that I'm the one that's
Oh,
I'm the only
that's
one that's down at
it
the
for
moment
me.
because like
all
I
right,
can handle.
Gears back up and having a few hit points on you.
I'll be
Okay,
right back.
okay. Hey,
Let's try to get that. Let's
Rex.
try to get that one hill giant down that's on fire. 'Cause
Okay,
that'll
Rex.
be less,
How
that'll
are
be
you
less
doing in
hits
terms
we
of
can
health?
actually take. If that's what you want to do.
The one that's right in front of.
No.
two of us.
I'm asking.
Obviously, I'm not gonna say you should do that, but that's a very, very wise suggestion. Basically.
I'm asking Rex.
But
How
no,
is
half
he
the
doing
stuff
in
I
terms
say
of
is
health?
purely suggestions. Like no one has to listen to what I say.
What you gonna do there, Gears?
I was trying to ask how is Rex doing
What
in
you
terms of
gonna
health?
do?
Yeah.
DL.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yang says what?
The hell? Hello.
You there?
Hello,
There
can
we
you
go.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, what the fuck? I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't know
I was asking
too earlier.
Rex. How are
Yes.
you doing in terms of health?
Not great.
34.
Okay, what's half of 35?
I said
Half-
34.
No, I think he's thinking about what he has left for lay on hands, right?
Yes.
Half of 35 there is 27.5. No, 17.5.
Yeah, it's either 17 or 18, depending
Yep.
on which one you want to get.
If you're wanting half, 17 is
Okay,
is
okay,
almost
okay, okay.
18 points.
Okay, then I'll give half of my lay on hands to Flutter.
I think it's a bonus action. I'm pretty sure on hands. If I'm not wrong here, just to get that out of the way, because I'm pretty sure it's a bonus action.
I'm not sure it is. Let's look on the sheet. Lay on hands
Is
an action.
as an action.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not it's not a terrible thing, but you also could attack twice if you wanted to do that.
Okay, which do you feel better? Should I attack or should I use lay on hands?
I would say attack because alternatively you could use that next turn if he goes down to heal him back up.
Why do you have 35 points?
It's paladin level. It should be paladin level times 5.
Did you raise that number at all?
I don't know.
Because you're at level 8. Oh, that makes sense. That's 8. So
You should have 40 right now.
Should
Not
have 40,
35.
not 35.
Yeah, you should have more than that.
So, and half
So
that's
you
20.
actually have
20.
40. So you have more. I'm going to correct it for you. Keep
Yeah,
track of it on the lower one. But yes, you have you didn't go up when you went
Yeah,
to level 8.
you didn't update it.
So
But that's
Sorry.
fine.
it's okay.
I would probably attack if any. That's just a little bit of advice there.
It's
Attack
an
if
action.
anything.
You can
Either that or attack.
you'll only be able to heal yourself or Rex. You
20
can't heal
points.
both with the same action.
Yeah, so it might be smarter to actually attack to try to take down the target, so that way it's less targets to hit us.
All right. I'll take the one. I'll hit the giant that's on fire.
On fire?
Fire. Okay, go for
The
it.
one that's still on fire.
That's a hit, and that's
That's-
11 points.
Okay.
That's 12 less points that we gotta do.
Same one. That is a hit, and that's 8 points.
Perfect.
That's
That's
the
still-
19.
Still better than nothing.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yes.
All right. Rex.
Okay, I am going to attack the ogre that is behind me.
That's actually not a terrible idea, actually, because that ogre, I think that ogre,
My
has
rapier.
taken some damage, so there's a
Ah,
chance.
shit, hold on. Oh, wait.
What happened?
Rapier.
Had my character sheet minimized too long. Hold on. Let me close it and then reopen it real quick and see if that helps.
I mean, that's not a terrible. That's definitely not a terrible choice. That ogre has taken. I don't know how much damage. Actually, how
Okay,
much
I
damage
will
has it
be
taken
right
already?
back.
What?
Have to reload the page.
I had my popped out character sheet minimized for too long. That's happened to me multiple. It's happened to me before.
Ah, okay.
I don't know. Has that ogre below Rexter taken any damage yet, or am I wrong?
He has not taken damage yet.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Then
I mean,
it's
it's
probably
still
best
not-
to just keep hitting the hill giant.
Yeah, that's probably the better option here because the hill giants hit.
All right,
a lot.
never mind. I'll do that then.
Yeah, the hill giants hit a lot fucking harder, and if we take those guys out, that's 2 less hits. So.
True.
And right now, I'm kind of glad that again, like I know I said this like twice now, but like I'm glad that I'm the one that's downed because like I think I'm the squishiest of us.
Mm-hmm.
So like with me being down, that's not terrible.
Ah, there we are. Okay, so never mind. I am going the hill giant that's on fire in front of me. Let me just reopen my character sheet real quick.
Wait, hold on.
I did. Hold on.
At the angle he's at.
You know what?
Could you?
Forgot something, guys.
Would you
What?
What'd you forget?
The hill giant did not. He may not still be on fire.
Oh yeah, I need to roll that real quick for
Yeah,
him.
you never checked.
Well, we got to roll the damage first. So he actually takes 1 damage from the fire last turn. And what was the con save? 15.
I think it was
Actually,
15.
What? Actually, when was the last time you checked to see if? Because
I think you checked.
I did last time. I got last time. So he's still not. He's still on fire.
Well, hold on. Flutter, you know where he's lined up with, right? And who just fell down said hole? And if you lined it up the right way, what could happen if you did something?
Oh yeah, but remember, I could possibly hit gears.
Not if you're right here.
Not if you move
Okay,
one square to the left and then
So
line it up there.
so right here. Hold up.
I think you're still within their hitboxes, so you're fine. I think.
That is a 15-foot square.
And if you centered it a little bit off
And
to the
it's
left,
it's centered on you, whatever direction, but it's centered there. You could do that and not
hit him at all. And there's a
But
chance.
I believe it's. However, I will give you so you're aware of your options. It is also a strength save.
Oh
and
right, yeah.
They are hill giants.
You might want to. It might be better just to go with the rapier and just stay where you were.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Just go with the rapier. Go with the rapier.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that first. Just move back a square. Then.
Yeah.
You were only moving if you were going to use Thunder Wave, so. Still.
That is a hit. 7 points of damage. So just because I like looking into the what if universes, what's your spell DC?
My
Flutter?
spell DC, that is, where would that be?
On your spells
go to
page?
See
on
on
spells
top?
page 15.
Let's just see what would have happened.
He would have gotten pushed back into the.
Oh, so we it's hindsight now.
But I'm I was just curious.
Yeah,
but you know,
we didn't know if he was going to make it or not.
But
so.
look, the second one I roll would have passed it. So
yeah,
all right,
he
all
has
right.
+5 to strength, so it's like it's too much of a gamble to go for that, honestly.
All right, the one ogre left only has one target. Attacking the bard.
This is gonna hurt.
11 is a miss.
Nice.
All right.
I am all too familiar with the sentence you're about to utter.
Make a death save.
I am the most familiar with hearing that sentence.
You are.
I feel like we've been here before. We've been here before.
Yeah, we've been here before.
I done cases Dijon mustard.
That's
Oh!
Nice.
There's one.
Put in a success. Nyx.
I think I'm making up for all the bad ones I used to have.
That is definitely a hit, and You have an ally in his hitbox, so you could take the sneak if you wanted.
Wait, hold on.
Mhm.
Couldn't he have taken the sneak before?
No, because he was using the. He did the.
He did the bolts.
He wanted to do the bolts
Well,
from the grave.
well, yeah, but he also did the rapier. He didn't take the.
Yeah, but remember that was an
Yeah,
opportunity attack. That would have been part of the skin attack stuff.
Yeah,
I think bolts is like a
he
once
can't.
around
He
thing.
can't do bolts and sneak in the same.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
my bad.
because of
Sorry.
those
that was still in that round.
So taking that is a big 20.
Damn.
Yeah, they're getting worn down,
Definitely
guys.
definitely
They're
slowly
slow.
recovering.
Yeah.
It's
The
a-
tide
it's-
could be
it's a
turning.
war-
We'll see.
It's a war of attrition at this point. It's just that's all it is.
What else you would like to do there? Anything, Nix?
Scotty?
Can't do anything in the now. Okay, very good.
Okay.
All right, Hill Giant. We're gonna spread it around. So down below. Down below. So we got 4 attacks. We got 3. The second attack, if 1 and 2 is going to be 1 to 2 on this roll, is going to be the decision for Rex. 3 and 4 is going to be Gears, and 5 and 6 is going to be Nix. So here we go. So Rex is 1 and 2, Gears 3 and 4, Nix 5 and 6. So it's going to be a second attack against your bard. So the first 2. 15 points.
Okay.
That's not amazing.
It's gonna leave a mark.
Second attack against the bard.
Oh!
Oh, fuck.
Oof, oof.
Ooh.
Really not good.
Damn close.
The other hill giant will do one. The paladin miss.
Okay.
1 against the rogue. Ooh, and a hit for 25.
Thankfully, I'm pretty sure he has the way to make that halved because of his 1 feature for rogue. I think it works like
You're
that.
thinking about? Are you thinking if the? You're
Yeah,
thinking
uncanny.
as something that would require a dex save, I believe.
I'll tell wait, uncanny dodge?
No.
Or his dex?
I don't believe what he. I don't know what if he's got something you're thinking of. I'm not sure what you're thinking.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm thinking wrong or not.
I mean invasion? No, I have monk.
No, he has evasion. Hold on. Thinking this.
Oh, okay.
That's
yeah,
dex save. Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
Now he can. Oh, uncanny dodge. You can use your reaction to have the attack's damage against you. Yes, you're correct.
That's the one I was referring to.
That's a reaction. So yeah, actually.
He could if he wanted to, and that's probably a smart idea.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Is there a reason why you haven't been doing that? That's actually. Yeah. Okay.
I had a feeling. I had a feeling you forgot.
So half that damage. So you take 12.
Yeah.
Off that.
Damage.
Yeah. Whew. Good remembering other sheets there.
That's one thing that like I can actually pride myself on is that when someone brings up something, I have the weirdest fucking memory when it comes to shit, and that's something that just kept sticking with me.
I'm gonna move.
I should have reminded you sooner. But
I'm moving that dude out of the way because this guy's coming up.
Yeah, I mean he's dead.
And
anyway.
there are 4 attacks coming at that poor little goblin. He's just a widow. He's just a widow goblin. That's a miss. That's a miss. That's a miss. That's a hit for 8 points.
Yeah, 8 points.
8.
8.
And that's a miss. Wow.
Oh my god! Jesus Christ!
So
Yeah,
it's
8.
And the
You should be at
second one that brings me down to 82.
Yeah. Should bring you to 82. Correct.
Holy! I just love hearing these numbers still. It's so amazing.
And now it's your turn.
Now, what about the other 2 hits?
They all met.
All the rest of them missed. You have an 18, right?
Yeah, but I see that one's the 26 though.
No, that
That's
was
the
the
only one.
26 that hit you.
That's the only one that hit.
Yeah.
17 points, so that would have
Okay.
been half
Angus be
that is
dodging the
8.
attacks like.
Right?
Honestly, just I don't.
I
Which one
don't
of
know
those two
where-
is taking damage? I
All
think it's
right.
the one.
All
wait,
right,
wait.
Gears.
Wait, you skipped me.
Oh, Angus. Sorry, roll. Do your thing. My bad. I'm
Which-
just looking at the.
What-
I'm looking at.
what
I'm looking at
condition?
the time, trying to get us as far along as I
Okay,
can.
got
I
it.
apologize.
It's
Do your
this
attacks.
one.
That's a hit.
This
Which
that's
one?
taking- It's. I think it's
This
this one
one.
that's taking damage.
That one. That is 16 points of damage.
Okay.
Yep.
It's another.
Go for it again?
attack
Go
down.
for it. That is a hit as well. Another. That's 14
13.
points.
That's 30.
That is that's doing some stuff.
Yep.
Now,
Now, now it's the robot's turn.
now it's Robot's turn. Not a robot.
Now,
How,
Well,
how
actually, I
many
still-
times do I have to tell you I'm not a robot? Fucking racist.
That's our word. Only we can use that word. All right, go for it. What you gonna do?
Shatter Spiker, like on the
Yeah.
on the. Oh wait, hold on. This is that hill giant still on fire?
Oh yeah. Check for
Oh, thank you. We'll
that.
find
Yeah, I
out.
didn't check for that,
Well,
actually.
damage. We'll do the damage
Damage
first.
first.
He's on fire going in. 6 points.
Oh my god. Yes.
And
Beautiful.
no, still on fire.
Wow.
Then let's
Yeah,
go with
same
Shatter
here.
Spike.
Keep swinging at him.
That's a hit on. That's a hit, and that's 13 points of damage.
Wow.
Okay, so sorry about
Uh,
that. I have
yep.
no idea what happened. Discord crashed randomly.
Try it again.
Wow.
What again? Wow.
Okay. And I believe you have about to witness the first scene
Yes.
tonight.
Oh god, yes.
Wow.
And it falls backwards
Into the pit.
Oh,
into the
So it
pit.
falls on top of
And
her.
and you
Wait.
hear a squeal from Chief Disca. And I know. Go ahead. You are correct. Pop the text in. You reduce an enemy's hit points to 0. You can choose one of the creatures you can see within 30 feet.
let's go with the
all
other.
of them. What is your effect going to be? I know which one you probably should do, but I'm not going to guide you. So,
Ooh, let's go with the creature must succeed on a wisdom saving throw,
So,
because
this
I know the
so-
hill giants are smart.
so this is one or more creatures you can see within 30 feet, up to the number equal to your charisma modifier.
Oh, wait, I can do it for both?
What's your charisma modifier? No, but you pick multiple creatures. What is your charisma modifier?
You should have.
Charisma modifier.
Whatever the
It's
number
two.
above charisma. 2.
You can
so
choose
you can
both
pick-
you and.
You can pick 2 creatures that you can see within 30 feet. So that is
Could that-
going to be,
Yeah, could
Anybody-
you pick yourself with that? With
Um,
the thing?
I believe so. You can see yourself. So
You don't get it.
you can do that, or you can make them afraid, or try to make them afraid. You can either.
He's
So
afraid. He's very afraid.
so you.
I think we'll go. I think we'll go with afraid, because hill giants aren't smart, so they'll probably fail on the wisdom saving throw.
So they will be afraid of you. They will have the frightened condition
Yeah,
until
this
if
is
they don't
actually
make this.
perfect. This is actually really good though, because like I don't. Well, they might be able to make it, but it's like even if they do, you still get it's 26 plus charisma. So.
Okay. So just so you're aware, so before you make the choice, a frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, while the source of their fear is within line of sight. So they would both have
Disadvantage.
advantage on attack rolls, They can't willingly move closer to the source of the fear, but they don't have to necessarily flee.
They don't have to leave, but they don't.
They
have
just
to
can't. Well, right now they're about as close as they can get to you anyway.
Yeah, they can't get
So
closer, but they can't.
the effect of this is going to be that if they don't pass their saving throws, these two will have disadvantage until the start of your next turn. Just so you're aware. So that's what you're gonna. You're going. That means they'll.
What do you guys think? Should we go with that one or the
I would
1d6?
Honestly, the frightened might actually be better because
Yeah.
they might try to they might focus on someone else. Yeah, but like they're gonna have they have disadvantage. I think on anything.
Okay.
On any on ability checks or attack rolls, so they'll have
So it's
disadvantage.
actually probably better in the end.
Then we'll go with that. Let's put the fear of God into these guys.
All right, and what is your
what's the DC?
spell save DC?
Yeah.
That's on your spells
spells
tab. Top of your spells tab.
Go to the top and then go to the spells. You'll see a number that says spell save DC.
Where is that?
On your spells tab, you'll see it up top.
Yeah. It's the third button.
13.
On the right-hand side.
All right, so here we go. So the ogre making his wisdom saving throw.
Nope.
Doesn't make it.
So he is going to be at a disadvantage, and the hill giant
Come on.
is going
Yes!
to They both saw it happen. They're very frightened of you, and they will have disadvantage on any ability checks or attack rolls until
does the attack roll affect anybody they try to hit, or just
any attack roll
Okay.
Until the next turn. They are frightened.
Yes. Oh, that's
All right. Is that your turn?
Yes, it will be my turn.
Okay, so Rex.
I am going to attack the ogre. That is.
Actually, that's actually not a terrible idea now, because I don't think either of those have really taken too much damage, if any.
Yeah, that's behind me with
the hill giant.
my, or well, in front of me.
Yeah, the
Oh,
one.
no, behind. Yeah, behind me
The one
with
that's
my
right
rapier.
obviously on the map.
Okay.
I mean, it's not too terrible of a decision.
That is a hit, and that is absolutely 12 points of piercing damage.
All right, now then.
I want to point out after the fact, because I definitely want you guys to make your own decisions. However, just to give you some DM wisdom here and some player wisdom, Rex is sitting at 2 hit points.
Oh, shit!
If Rex were to have disengaged and moved in this direction 30 feet, these two cannot move closer to Gears.
Oh, yeah, because he'd be.
They would have been unable to give chase to.
Because
either one of their moves towards him would have moved them closer to Gears, and they can't do that because
hold on. If he disengaged backwards, like I went this way a little bit, trying to avoid the hole.
Either
he could
way,
step right behind him, and then he'd be fine.
Right. Either way, they couldn't. They would
Yeah.
have had. They would. But
I
that's
get you.
moot. That's moot. He attacked, and that's
Yeah.
how that's gonna go.
That's-
So now we have an ogre that's going to attack him with
hopefully-
disadvantage.
Which is good.
That's a crit fail.
Oh!
I'll be right back, guys.
You don't want to stick around for the crit fail. The crit fail says melee attack off balance. All enemies attack you before your next turn at a 1d6. I'm going to keep that over here so we remember it.
That's
1d6.
basically everyone.
Oh my god!
That attack
goody.
you before next turn. That's this ogre.
Out of 1d6. They
Out of
basically add. They basically add the first.
Wait.
The first bardic inspiration die to their hits. Basically.
Hold on, I just realized something.
Hmm.
And isn't that the same effect that would have happened if I went with the first effect when it came to Mighty Deed?
No, the first
No,
effect.
that's
would,
1d6
first
to your
effect-
attacks.
the first
That
effect
give
would
you-
have added 1d6 plus your charisma modifier, so
That's
your
hit
charisma of
points.
2.
Well,
So you could have added up to 8 temporary hit points to.
And that's for attack rolls.
Yeah.
So this is 2 different things.
Okay. It's 8:05. Does anyone need to call it at this point? Because we are at the top.
no.
Not that I know
Okay.
of.
Okay, let's run. If no one does, let's run one more round, and we're at that point. We'll call it.
All right.
Everybody good with that? All right. Make your second death save there, Cairo.
I would say, if anything, though, we probably just if I don't get a natural 20 on this one, just do my final death save before we officially call it, because it's just one death save at that point.
Nope. I will put it on there, and we'll have to be anxious about it till next week. Because someone could heal you, other things could happen between then the next round. Death save is a failure, so that's one fail, one success. So
This always ends up happening to me. I always
Next.
balance in between like a tightrope walker.
do your thing.
I would just focus on the hill giant at this point, because yeah. But definitely, best thing possible should probably whoever can heal Rex probably should.
We still got Nyx?
Scotty. Hello?
Here.
I mean, it's super late for him right now. All right.
I think we might have lost him.
Well, you know what? Well, just to get through this round, I will roll the rapier attack, and we'll do that thing.
Oh!
That's a hit. We'll take the
Damn.
sneak. That is 25.
That's amazing.
It's real amazing because
Yes, baby!
kills that hill giant.
all we got is that ogre left, and then it's just these two hill giants.
Which I'm working on.
So
Believe me, it's fun.
now
Take your time on it.
these two hill giants. Here we go. There's 4. I'm gonna do them one after the other real quick. Here we go.
Here we go.
And
Yeah, just do it the same way you did it for
1,
we did it
2,
for
3,
the
4.
one.
So we have
Rhythm hit.
2 hits. So we have the first one is gonna be 8 points.
It's
On
20
me?
damage. It's
The
20
first one,
damage
no,
overall.
no. So 8 points, and the other is 12. Yes, so
Yeah,
20 points
20
total.
points,
So that
yeah,
brings you
20
down
points
to, I believe you're at 80, right? So that puts you down to 60.
Wow,
Okay.
that's still crazy to think. That,
Well,
like,
when
they-
a
they-
barbarian's
they-
raging, they effectively
Oh, I
have
know.
double hit points. It's what's
Yeah, I
about
know. That's why I'm saying
insane.
it's so. That's why I'm loving him
That's
having him
insane.
here, because
Yeah.
Angus, what you gonna do?
Attack!
attack the same one you've been attacking to try to take
Yep.
him out.
It's this
This
one.
one right here, right? Yeah, do it.
Let's go. Let's go.
Um,
I'm gonna use my
Oh,
last
wait.
lucky.
Okay,
about
last
to
lucky.
Good. Good. That's good.
That's better.
That's a hit.
Yeah! Again?
And
And that is 10 points. Okay. All right.
Come on.
Oh! 19.
that's a total.
Yeah!
Yes.
All right.
That's one down.
Gears. You have to step forward if you want to attack this ogre.
Time for the super fighting robots.
Honestly,
or you can lay
it could.
hands, or you can stay back where you were and lay hands up.
I would do that.
I,
Nice, smart idea. Get him up to 22.
okay. Can I lay hands and then attack?
Nope.
No,
Lay
it's
hands
Laying
is
on
an
hands
action.
and action.
All right
Gives you
then.
any sort of
Healing him's actually probably better. At least heal him up at least to 20, because then they'll give him at least a decent enough hit pool where he can maybe take at least.
But you could move up to make yourself a possible target
Yeah, that's
and
true too.
heal
Yeah,
and heal him as well.
yeah,
So
that's
you
actually a
moved,
good idea.
You moved, and how many points of your lay hands do you want to spend?
Let's
I'm gonna
go
use
with
it.
let's go with at least half.
Let's go
Okay,
20.
so are you back, Flutter?
Yes.
You now have 22 hit points thanks to the lay
Ding,
on
ding, ding,
hands
ding, ding.
of your friend, and that means it is your turn.
And you got
Okay,
20.
hold on.
We recovered this so quickly. Thank God. Oh, I'm so
And
glad.
I am going to attack the ogre again with my rapier.
Do it.
Welcome.
Does hit.
Oh!
Does
Damn.
11 points of damage.
That's great.
Yep.
And that's my turn.
Okay. And the ogre is going to 1 through 3 is the bard, and
3 and 4 to
1
6.
and 4 to 6 is the
It's the paladin, obviously. I mean,
attacking the bard.
that's not amazing, but it's not terrible.
13
Thank
points.
God
Boy.
you were healed.
Yeah. So you're
Yeah.
down to you're down to 9.
Yeah, but you're still up, so you're fine.
Yep. Still.
Better than me.
We've al-
And I,
No.
We've
This is
almost
gonna
got
be-
him.
I'm going to
You
have
hear-
anxiety for a
You
whole
hear
week.
you hear Chief Gus now wailing even more and sculling because the
The hill giant
and
on top of
because
it.
you can understand giant at this point. You hear you get this thing off me. So
even though I'm like passed out, I'm just chuckling at my passed out in the state, just like.
all right. And because we don't have next, we're gonna stop that. We have a few left.
All right.
It's going to give me anxiety for a whole week because I'm going to be dealing with the fact that I'm downed for an entire week.
You are, but you also have only had 1 fail.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, but I've also only
We're
had
not-
1 success. So
We're not
And-
gonna,
here-
and we're not gonna say the thing we said last time when you had 1 fail.
Oh, believe
We're
me,
not-
I am
we're not-
not making
We're not
that
gonna
mistake
say
twice.
we're not gonna say that
Nope.
word that
Not saying
phrase.
it. Not
All right.
saying it. Mm-mm.
Sounds good, guys. It's been really good. We definitely will wrap this up next time.
Sweet.
I'm going to warn you. It's going to be, if this ends, depending on what you decide to do, I am not prepped for the next big part. I'll need so it could be a shorter session next week, just to be prepared. Let you know.
Depending on what happens, would it be possible for me to? I'll just have to bring it down a level, but to swap earlier than intended.
Let me answer that question when I look to what the transition to the next part is.
Okay.
If there's a good part narratively to do it, yes.
That's very fair.
But where we're at in the game, I don't want to say no outright if I find that there's a good way that seems natural.
Either way, I'm fine. I'm just bringing it up just in case.
But I understand, and otherwise, I'll let you know.
It's basically it's just a maybe for now until we find out.
It's a may. I'm not saying no yet, but I'm leaning that way because keep this party good through the rest. But if I see there is a point that looks like, hey, this would be a naturally narrative good way to do that, then maybe we'll
I just have to bring him down. I just have to bring him down like 1 level. And that's really not that
from 10 to 9, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All I have to do is bring the HP down because I'm pretty sure all the abilities they stopped at, I think, level 9 for now. I think.
Okay. All right. Let's do the wrap up thing.
Yep.
That's gonna do it for this. It's very.
Oh, hold on.
Wait.
What?
Flutter, roll a 1d6.
Oh God.
What?
Roll a 1d6.
What?
1d6.
Yeah, just roll.
Yes, because he took an additional 6 points of damage. Remember? That was the last thing before the ogre had to take an additional. Remember the card?
Oh, right!
Oh yeah.
So we're
Shit, I
good.
forgot about that.
That's fine. That way that's good. He's not dead or anything, but he did take another step.
It just means he took more damage.
Yep. Okay. There we go. Now we can wrap it up. Sorry, I saw the card sitting there. I was like, oh, we didn't do that. Go ahead.
Anyway, that's going to do it for this edition of this very long and very stressful session of the Rising Legends Chapter 3. It's time for the sign-offs. Go!
I have been your flamboyant flare floating underneath, sing surround flyers.
I have been Hiiro, Spirit King, and all I can say to this is. Stressful, okay? Oh no,
Johnny?
you're losing it.
I think Scotty's out. I think he's asleep.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
There would be one. There would be one if
Oh,
I
well.
got it lose. But
I
I'm
Here,
do-
I'll do Scotty's.
Oh god, here we go.
All right, now it's your turn.
Okay. I mean, Goblin Sling, I call podcast Sentai Master 100, and don't piss me off, or you'll feel my full fury.
Oh, believe me, we look at how many enemies he's up against. Look how many he's taken out. I mean, granted, I helped him, but still, god damn, man.
I'm a tough little nugget.
Yeah,
No shit.
yeah, you think?
Anyway. And I, of course, was the kind of beloved overlord with guys extraordinary able 2016 writing you with I'm just a passing through Tokyo fan. Remember that? And word to the wise folks, never try and take out too many hell giants at once.
Never split the party like we did. We definitely need to
Yeah.
definitely start like.
Or you could say this could be an uphill battle.
This
Boo!
as much as that was a joke, this actually was an uphill battle. Like, not even
So-
joke. Opposite side.
God damn it, you're right.
All right. Good night. Good job. I probably won't kill you next week if I haven't done it already. So
Yeah.
I'm
You almost killed me.
And you almost killed
balancing
her.
the scales here.
Also,
Balance
yeah,
all the scales here.
almost killed Hiiro too.
yeah,
Well,
well,
the thing is, though, remember, if I do end up dying, if you guys can take them out quick enough, I can still be brought back now because we have ways to do that now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is good. Thank God.
all right. I'm out, guys.
Later. Anyway,
Jeez.
Yeah.
anyway, DL, you're finishing your
Yeah, the sign off and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, given that my shift is going to be a little bit shorter tomorrow, or at work, I think we should take that opportunity to maybe do a recording. And I have an idea of for what we can do. Hey, Hiiro,
Hmm?
can you do me a favor?
What?
Can you check your watch real quick?
What am I? I mean, I know you're setting up for a joke, but what am I checking for?
What time is it exactly?
I think it's rider time.
No. I don't think. I don't think so. Oh, Flutter, can you check your clock? Do you know what time it is?
Is it time to duel?
Let me check my watch too. Let's see here. Survey says I think that it
is.
is indeed time to do.
Oh, hurry up.
Yes, people, we are debuting a new side section. Can we?
Hold on. Getting ready to skip. I'm there.
There we go. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, people. We're debuting a new side section of the Toku Chronicle. Oh, the Toku Roundup Duel Saloon, where we'll basically be dueling some of our friends, maybe even each other, in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Yes, people, I've gotten back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Again, blame these assholes.
I love how we all immediately knew who the fuck was the boss in this shit.
Yep.
Also, a big thank you to not only ZM for the model work, but also a humongous a show of gratitude towards Yamato EX for the amazing commission and done for this. It looks fucking fantastic. And for those of you who are wondering what the music was we used, that is the Lost Yu-Gi-Oh! Theme that was supposed to be used for Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal.
Well, the unused. Yeah.
Used.
The unused theme for Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal by Johnny on Bosch's his band
That sounds
I Shine.
That one sounds so much better than what we got.
I know,
Yeah.
right? Seriously, I legitimately feel that if Bang Zoom did, it'd get the dub. It might have actually somehow made Zexel good.
Well, I mean, Zexel wasn't terrible, but Zexel wasn't good either.
It was decent.
It was
Mm.
serviceable for
Too
what it was.
much slapstick.
Yeah, that's my main problem there myself.
Anyway, Rails.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, rails. Anyway. Yeah, people. Look forward to that tomorrow. And who knows? That might become a common occurrence here on Saturdays because, well, I'm getting shorter shifts at work now, so you never know.
Yeah.
True.
Anyway, have a good night, folks. Take care. We'll see you all next time. Bye.
Laters.